Yeah.
Do you think you could send me that since I missed Tuesday's class?
Yeah, actually, you've missed two. So at this point, you're gonna have to build it on your own.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. Yeah. So yeah, that's I've got the videos for you, so it's just gonna have to build it on your own, and step by step you'll do that, and that will have to be done on your own time. However, did you get the custom garage project, Sierra? The actual handout that I gave out to the other students? Okay, so you got that. It's also on Brightspace, so it's the actual project is out there as well. Let's see, I think this is recent. I think it is. Um, yeah, let's see. I think it is. Let's find out. Hmm. Here we go. Okay, and here's custom garage project. And community, right? I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, all right, good. Well, welcome everybody. Good to have you guys here. And we are going to continue on here. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, again, sorry I couldn't make last Thursday, and I won't be here. Yeah, for those that are here, we did not have class last Thursday. I could not make it, and this Thursday I will also not be able to make it. I have something else going on. So that means we're going to have just this Tuesday, and then we are going to not have class till next Tuesday. Okay. So anyway, let's see here. Let's see here. So the weather's been really nice, hasn't it? Really, really good. If at this point right now, yeah, it's just kind of, I'm losing my head over this whole thing. And I'm teaching high school students, so high school students come in and you can't keep them in line at all. And the teachers are hard to be kept in line too, because we're all kind of the same way. Anyway, that's what's going on. Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Where we left off last time was with this custom garage project. We kind of ran out of time. I thought we could finish it last week, but we didn't. So what we need to do is just kind of put the finishing touches on it. If you are in a place where you've missed a class or two, everything is online. I've got the videos online. I've got links. Just go ahead and check it out. And step by step, you can build that, no problem. Also, you can, if you don't have Revit available at home, you can actually come here to the classroom down the hall and you can complete that. So you can go ahead and do that. Other than that, that's how we're going to proceed along here. Okay, so this is class number 12 out of about 28. Class number 12 about 28. So we're just about at the halfway point. And we are going to work today on the custom garage, and we're going to start another project because that one's just about done. So let me just get attendance here. So we got Jakai. How you doing? All right, and we've got Sierra Burke and Jennifer Collins. Don't see Jennifer. Okay. Nick Coey. Don't see Nick. How's that here? Coey. Oh, gotcha. All right, and Alan's here. Good to have you here, Alan. Aiden. Yep, over here. Very good. Quinn is here. Amadou, not here yet. Okay. Anna, not here. Philip, not here. Jacob is here. Paul is here. Anthony is here. Addison is here. Kanaya is here. And Elisha is not here. Okay, so getting some patterns of absences here. Yeah, that's the thing. It does get tough when you start missing classes. Okay, but we're going to continue on here. Good to have you guys all here. And we're going to continue on. And so what we're going to do is, again, the name of this course is Cad for Construction. So my goal in working through this is to exactly show you how to work with that. Again, Revit being the primary tool that is being used right now by professionals in the industry, this is what we have decided to go on, and it is pretty much the standard right now. It's moved to that in the last few years, although a lot of companies might use other applications. Revit is overwhelmingly the number one, and you also see this in civil as well as large companies are all using Revit, and they will use other programs too, like a lot of them are using Civil 3D, that's actually for actual civil, and then there's AutoCAD, which it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, where it kind of does everything that you need it to do, but it's not going to be your primary modeling software. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off last time, and just so that I've got the information here for the video, this is class number 12 for CAD for Construction, spring semester 2026. Today is March the 10th. This is class number 12. So we're picking up and we're continuing the custom garage projects. That's a little bit of information for those who may pick this up later. Okay, so getting into this now, what we will do is we will now talk about where we have left off. So if you do have the sheet, well, you should have that sheet in front of you. If you don't have it, it's the actual handout, the CAD for Construction handout, which we just kind of gave out here. This set right here, construction documents. It also, I have it in PDF format on Brightspace, so we have that there. All right, so let's jump in here. So let's go over here. And what we're going to do is this. Where we left off was right here. Let me take a look at you guys, see how we're all doing here. All right, so let's go ahead and open that up. Go ahead and open that up, and if we could all go to that project, custom garage project, and again, we're almost done with it. So if you missed the last couple weeks, that's where we're going. We're only going to spend the first, I don't know, maybe half an hour, if that long, finishing this up because we were almost done last time. We just ran out of time, and we have a class behind us, so I can never go any longer than that. Okay, so it looks like we are all getting there. That's good. And so what we're going to do is go over here and Okay, so where we left off is, let me open up the other one too. We're going to open the, this, okay, this one right here, okay. So here's the completed version. Now, what we've done is last week we worked on this right here, which is where we were working on getting the section view, the wall section view. So we worked on this, and we saw that as we did this, that we're actually using some different elements that are like 2D elements to actually add the information that does not automatically come in through Revit. So doing that, we did this through Annotate, and on the Annotate tab, we went to Component, and then we found the Detail Components. And if we go to Detail Components, we see there's things such as this anchor bolt hook. Also, there are things that are down here, nominal lumber sizes. Okay, these sideways studs are right there. And that's really all we did for this one. Okay, we'll be getting into more depth on some of the other projects. But for right now, this was just to kind of explain how this all works. So the final version of this, when you get down to this, we were putting all these on sheets. And so what we'd started with is we put this cover sheet together. And the cover sheet, we basically just saved a view that looks like this. And to save a view, we talked about how you do that. Like if I want to save a view, if I'm here in Revit, if I go ahead and click right here, let's say I wanted to get a view of that garage from the different direction. Well, I've got this view right here, so with that there, I can just go ahead and save this view, and I'll go ahead and do just that. And this one says over here, I've got this over here where it says 3D views. I'll go ahead and this says 3D. So I could take this and I could go ahead and I could just name this one. No, I'm not set to go on that one. Let me go over to this one. Okay, here, that's the master 2. That's the master 2. Yeah, that's where we want to be at. Okay, so over here, yeah, so what I did is I put together the 3D views. So we have this exterior view here. So if I go here and create another one, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to leave it in this direction because on my sheet, let's see, what direction did I use for my sheet? Let me find out here. So this is my sheet. Okay, this is what this one looks like. Okay, so I did that. Okay, so I did this one on this sheet. The other one, we were looking at the set of documents that you guys have. But if I wanted to change it to be seen from the other direction, I'm looking at this right now, I could do that. And what I could do is just take this and kind of just change it so it looks like this. So I'm getting that kind of a view there. And then I would go ahead and make it realistic. And then I could hide these levels. Okay, and we talked about how to do that. So I hide those. Now, once I have this right here, this is an exterior view. And what I could do, I could go to my 3D views because that's what this is. And here, I've got my exterior view already here. And if I go here, I could just name it exterior view 2 or just view 2. It's probably fine. And I'll just go ahead and view 2 like that. And that is another view. And so I could, if I wanted to, just go to my set of plans and change that, which is right out here. So that is what we have there. What I should probably do is, well, I think you guys are getting the idea right now. I'm going to go ahead and just continue through here. So we have this, but if I want to change that out, I could go there and I could just drag the other view here. So if I grab this and moved it right out to here, I could drop that. And I could make that larger as I needed to. Yeah, do that. And do this. And just kind of make it larger. Yeah, so I could do that. But, you know, you get the idea. You could do that. So I could change it if I wanted to. Okay, so now that I've got this basically in place here, this is my sheet 1. Again, the goal is to get a set of sheets. So I got sheet 1, looks like this. And then sheet 2, this is the first floor plan. You want to clean it up. So you can actually go to the view and clean it up, turn things on, turn things off. And we've learned how to do that as well. So we kind of prepare this. Also notice that the scale is at the lower left corner. This is on your sheets, so we want to match the sheets. The sheets control what we're making right here. Then the second floor plan is right here. Should look like this when we're done. The elevations should look like this when we're done. And going through here, we would then go to the foundation plan. Foundation plan, I had started, but I didn't finish it. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to drag it. We finished this last week. So this is the footing plan. So I'm just going to drag footing over to here and drop it, and that's that. And we have that in place. And then let's see here. Then our wall section is here, and I haven't dragged that over. So we finished off doing the wall section. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to drag the wall section over to here and just drop that right to there. And that doesn't look so good. So let's find out why that doesn't look so good. So you may run into this where you're just getting a portion or whatever. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change that. I'm going to inspect it and see what the problem is there. So my wall section there, it should be 1 inch equals a foot. So I'm going to actually go into the wall section over here and find that. So go to wall section. And 1 inch equals a foot is what it should be. Okay, I'm zoomed way in. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So I'm going to turn on this right here. This is my, yeah, go ahead and turn this on. Okay. All right. Yes, I did that. Okay, maybe I used section 1. Maybe I did that. Let me take a look here. Section 1. Yeah, I did. Okay, section 1 is what I used. Okay, so I already did this last week. I named it section 1, and I could go over here and just rename this one. I'll call this wall section final, wall section final. That. And correct my spelling, wall section final. Okay, so we have that. So now once I have the wall section final, I go to my sheet and I place it there. So I got this here, and I'm going to get, this is the wrong one here, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Get rid of that. And I'm going to put the one that I like better, which is wall section final. We'll drop this here, and we'll drop that right there. That's it. And the very last thing then is your schedules. And we talked about the schedules. I've got the schedules right here. If I go to schedules right here, they do not appear yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my schedules. Now, schedules are something that are automatically generated when you put in doors or windows. What happens is Revit goes ahead and tracks that. So what you do is you go take a look here up under your project browser, and I got my door schedule here. So I'm going to take this and drop that. And then I got my window schedule. I'll go ahead and drop this. And that is pretty much, that's a wrap right there. So then when you're done, you're going to look through your sheets, and then we'll talk about how to print those. So that is what we're doing right now. So we covered everything except the last, maybe 5 minutes that I just covered there. So that's it. So I'm going to give you guys the next, let's go ahead and I'll give you the next 15 minutes to kind of complete this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Be happy to kind of jump in and happy to go ahead and work on that and make sure you got that where you need it to be. So let's go ahead and work on that, and let's take 15. If we need longer, we'll do that, but I'll let you guys start to work on that and let me know if you have any questions. So I just let you work right now for a few minutes. And aren't you glad I didn't take your screens over? Aren't you glad? All right.
So we say 6 sheets altogether?
Well, okay, again, the that kind of question gets referred to this.
I lost my paper somewhere between last Tuesday and today.
Gotcha. All right, what you do then is you would go over here. I'll hand one to you, but again, just so that the whole class knows, if you go out here to Brightspace, I've got the whole thing out here. So if you go to Brightspace and go to your this custom garage project, it's out there too in a PDF format. So you've got this out here, custom garage, which is right here, custom garage plans, which is right here. And if you want to see the construction documents, you click here. And so just to count those up, there's a total of actually 7 sheets. The first is your custom garage sheet, and then after that you've got A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and that's it. But the first one, because it's numbered A0, it counts as a sheet too. So I'll give you this right here, and we can. So you got that. So you kind of here. And yeah, but that's all of the projects that working with you. I always put them out on Brightspace in PDF format. So exactly what I gave you in class, you can go ahead and just do that on your own. You can go ahead and make that happen. Get that on your own. Okay. I'm sorry? You're going to hand in the project, the actual whole thing. So what you do is you'll do the same thing. You'll hand in a Revit project, which is going to be custom garage.rbt, and that's what's going to have this. If you want to get a jump, the next project, which I have right here in my hand, since I know you're kind of you're moving pretty quick, it's actually called the Cottage Project. If you go out to Bright, now this one I'm not giving you. This is a freestyle type thing, but this is something you can design. And I'll just give you this right here if you want to get a jump on this, and that's actually what's going next. So that is the next thing. All right, all right, all right. So again, the goal of this is to match the set of construction documents as close as you possibly can.
How you do the elevations again?
How do you do them? Well, they're already generated. So what you do is you go to the sheet, and if you go over here, you see. Take a look at your project browser there, Alan. Take a look here. Do you see elevations, and you have east, north, south, and west there? Are you seeing your project browser? You're not. Let me take a look. All right. Okay, yeah, keep on scrolling up. Keep going. Yeah, you're down in the, yeah, keep going. Okay, keep elevations. There they are. You got to click the. Yeah, I just saw it. You have to click the plus sign. Yeah, so you don't do that. So scroll up, and no, you don't want the sheet. You just want to go ahead. Let's take a look at the elevation. So go a little bit higher up. We want to see the view, and keep going. Okay, there it says there. Now double click on east. So there's your elevations. They're already generated. That's the thing. And so what you're going to do is just drag them over. Yep, just like that. That's it. You got it. And I have them set up so that pretty much everything is going to line up exactly the way it should. You're going to have to do a little bit of tweaking, but for the most part, you're going to be right there. Okay. There we go. So we're working on this. Yes. Okay. Let me control the work here a little bit easier. Quinn, you already done with that there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then here's the next one, and I'll just be completing that, and then I'll have a few words to talk about. I'll tell you what. Let me do this right now because I got like 3 of you already that are starting the cottage project. Just give me your attention here real quickly here, because I want to explain something here. One of the things when we're talking about the cottage project, I'm giving you a lot of latitude on this one. All right. However, be careful with that because you can easily get to the point where you create something that's way too big. Okay, it's easy. Now, just to give you an idea, just kind of an idea as far as just to kind of get an idea as far as like dimensions. If you're doing something like a single floor, just like a single square, first floor plan, 25 feet by 25 feet is about the max you're going to want to go for something that's like a cottage. You could go larger with some offsets and so forth, but if you're making like 50 feet or 60 feet or 70 feet and trying to put a roof on top, you're asking for trouble. So you can make it by creating like different areas and so forth. You can do that and make it attached garage, but I would be careful. Here's what I would recommend. Those of you that are doing that, because you're already jumping into this, is if you want to get an idea, go online and do just a search for cottage project. You just look up college floor plans and just try to find something simple that you would maybe like to do and then find that. And then spend a few minutes. There's a lot out there. There's a ton out there. And just get an idea. And then after that, you're going to put that together. And then there'll be some other things. So I will let you guys work. I just wanted those who are at the cottage project, just want to give you that so you don't get too far down the road and have to back up. So other than that, you can use the template I gave you and then just add content to it. And I'll let you guys work on that. And I'm going to, and then everyone else is getting pretty close to finishing up the other ones. So if you have any other, let me get that. Now, the question you had there, and that was Addison, right? Okay, let me take a look here. Okay. All right, let me jump in here. Okay, so let me kind of take over control. Okay, so what's going on here is, yes, you're right, because there's two different things going on here. First of all, one of the things, if you watch my cursor here, watch this. We talked about this a couple times, but if you click on thin lines, it's going to make your life a lot easier. If I zoom in here, if I use thin lines, that makes it a lot easier to deal with. Okay, so now we got that. Now, so what's happening right now is, the long and short of it is, these dimensions are they're permanent because they're black. So yes, the only time you can actually edit it is when they're blue. So if I click on this, you see that they're blue right now? That blue right now is telling me that's exactly what I want it to be. But this 12'6" doesn't go where I want it to go. It's actually not there. So this is where you got to take these and you have to manipulate them to the correct locations. Okay, now when you do that, now we're still not in the right location. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to touch it here. I think I want it to be on the outside there. And let me look there. And once I've done that, now it's in blue, so I can change it. So I just go ahead and make it 12, 6 like that. And how does that work now? So now that I've got that, okay, so that's good. Or is it? Let's see here, 12.6. That should be good. Let me get rid of that one. Just get rid of that. That's 5 feet. Let me see what we're doing here. That's 12 feet, 3 1/4. Okay, so we're close. Okay, so let me do this again. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this out like that. And this needs to be 12'6". So that's better. And then this last dimension should be okay. Is this making sense right now? Yeah. Okay. So as you're working with it, you just have to, you got to kind of zoom in, make sure you're grabbing the right things. It can be a little bit, but this is from the first, I was saying, look closer, look closer, look closer. And this is why. Okay. So right there, you're good to go. Does that help there? Yep. All right, we're good to go. I will give you back control of your machine. All right, looks like you guys are just getting to the point where you're completing it, so I'll give you guys a few more minutes for that. And as you are getting there, just go ahead and submit that. And when you're done, just go ahead and submit it on Brightspace, and then we'll move to the next thing. We got some rain coming in, folks. Just got a warning. Could be storms, so when you get out there.
Mr. Brennan, I changed the scale for the cover sheet, but my garage disappeared.
Okay. Okay, just undo that. Just hit Control Z. Okay, that's fine. Just leave it like that. Don't need to scale that at all. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that one's fine.
Okay, I was down here. It said
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. For that, those are a little bit different when you're just basically doing like an exterior view, so you're good to go there.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you that back. All right, looks good. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you guys just a few more minutes, then I'm going to do the instruction for the cottage project, and then we're going to move on and work on that. So that's what's happening next.
Sir.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Good to see you. We are working on completing the custom garage project that we've been working on the last two classes. And I'm just about to lay out another class here, so that'll work out well for you. You can kind of complete the other. So I'm looking pretty good, you guys. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take your screens over for a minute. Okay, so save your work. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'm going to take your screens over, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain this next project so we're all clear about it, and then you guys are going to begin working on that. So that is what is happening next. So I'll give you guys a few more seconds to save that, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take your screens over just to explain what's going on here. So just settle back. You're going to have the rest of the class to actually work on this stuff. At this point, I just want you to be spending time with the project and with the software and learning how to work with this whole thing and just kind of making the stuff work. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the next project is over here in Brightspace. And if you go to Brightspace, you're going to see, and I just handed this out, so let me just go ahead and make sure everyone's got that. Looks like not everybody does because I didn't hand it out to you. This is the cottage project. Now, this one is basically what we're doing now is, as I mentioned, we're crawling, then we're standing, then we're walking, and then we're running, and then we're running real fast. So right now we're kind of standing up now, moving into walking. Okay, that's how we're doing it right now. So this is a cottage project. Now this one really straightforward in the sense that it's just a one-story cottage. Like if you were to go to a lake or something, or if you just had a small home in a neighborhood, like in England. My son, did I tell you my son lives in England? I got son lives in England. Yeah, he lives there. And over there in England, what they do is when they talk about a cottage, it just kind of just means anything that's just kind of a detached house that's kind of in the country. Although over there, a cottage can even be in a city, but that's how that is. And so this is kind of like a small ranch home, like a starter home, think of it like that. One story though to make it really easy because stairs are another lesson, and so I don't. We're not ready for stairs yet. They're going to be in the next project, so we're not going to do that just yet. So we build this cottage project, and the cottage project, going into this right now, it's going to let you show creativity. When I've taught this class before, this is when my students typically start to kind of perk up because like, oh, I can do something on my own, which is what I'm after. And I want to get you guys perked up in a place where this is kind of like, is it warm in here? A little warm? Yeah. The air handling doesn't know what to do just yet because it's March and it's actually not 30 degrees. So it's not sure what to do. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is the basics are right here. I'll just read it off just so we're clear. Cottage project. Create the walls on level 1. The top constraint should be up to level 2. Create a floor for level 1. Create a roof for your cottage. Now, this is where you got to be a little careful because when you work with roofs, one thing about roofs is if you just kind of pick all the sides and then just project them up, you're going to get a hip roof that looks kind of strange. All right, so rather than do it that way, let me do a quick show as far as how to do like a front. We did this before, but let me just do a quick reminder here as far as how this works. Because a custom garage is one of those kind of things. The roof is probably the only thing that could throw you much of a problem here. So let me go out to here, and I'm just going to close out of all these right here. Close and close and close all the way through, and go here and there. And the cool thing about Revit is if I click on this and ask it to close, and that's going to basically be the last thing I close. Watch what happens. At least I hope it does it. If I click on this, there it is. So here's what happens. If you start to try and close it out and you haven't saved it, it says, do you want to save this? So don't blow past this, okay? Because what it's saying is, you didn't save this recently, you probably should save it. So yes, I do want to save this. But you can close all those things. So now I don't have anything going on here. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go to this location here. And when I go out here, I'm going to go to this cottage project. Cottage project is here. And when I go here, I've got a template. Yes, I do have a template. Now, you can actually make your own walls. You can actually go ahead, and I'm trying to keep this simple, but you can make your own walls. How do you make your own walls? If you simply go to Revit and go to the help and say, how do I make new walls? It has a little 1-minute video. It's a piece of cake. You can make your own walls. It's not hard to do at all. I'm not going to introduce that. If you want to go there, it's pretty cool. The rabbit hole goes pretty deep, and you can do some pretty cool stuff right there. But because not everyone wants to go to that level, I'm giving you a default wall, so you can use that. Now, getting into this right now, I'm going to download this, and when I download it, I'm going to go ahead, and I've got this cottage template. I'm not going to double click on this because I don't want to go through the extra steps. So instead, I'm going to go out here to Revit, and I've actually got 2 versions open right now. So let's go to here, go to Revit. And what I want to do is I'm going to go to New. I'm going to go to Browse. I'm going to browse out to the desktop. And go to Downloads, so it's there. Downloads, and I'm going to go to the cottage template. So I have this. Okay, so go here. I'll go ahead and click OK. And now I'm in this project. So now that I'm in this project, here's what I'm going to do. Now, this is a good project, and if I go here and click on Wall and go right here, you'll notice we got a familiar friend here. This is our exterior wood siding on a wood stud. What I did is I just included the custom garage wall right here. You can change that if you want to. I just did this just because it's an attractive thing for a cottage. So I just went ahead and left that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click here. And I'm just going to go ahead. Now, remember what I said. If you make it like 61 feet long, be careful what you do. So I'm going to make it real simple. I'm going to make kind of a simple L shape. So I'm going to go here and go 18 feet. And I'm going to go over here 18 feet again. I'm going to go up here 10 feet. Why not? And go over here. Why not go over here a little further? We'll go about 14. I'll just bring it down to here. And see what happens when you work with Revit. It's always going to give you these little alignment lines, which really makes life easy. So I go here, and I complete it like that. Now, once I do that, if I click right here, I get the 3D view, and I see what I've got here, and that's what it looks like. Oh, actually, it is different. I put a different kind of siding, so you got siding there. Okay, now, when you do this, putting a roof on, easiest way to do it, and there's a couple different easy ways to do it, but I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it. When you have an L shape, okay, it all comes down to forms and making the forms do what you want them to do. So to do this, I'm going to go to level 2 to put the roof on. And when I go to level 2, I can't see anything, so I'll go to level 1, and level 1, there it is. Now, so to make a roof, remember what we said before, and that is, it's never a bad idea to start with a flat roof and then just angle where you want to. That's not a bad practice at all, because if the whole thing's flat, you've got some sense of where you can go from here, okay? If you make everything with a slope on it, it gets out of control pretty quickly. But if you just do it this way, you can. Now, here's the other thing. You can actually make roofs out of 2 sections. So what I'm going to do here, just to make it easy, I'm going to make a roof that goes here, okay, right here. And then I'm going to make another roof that goes here. And when I do that, I'm going to join the 2 together, because that's really how construction works. Now, why am I doing this? Because I had a building up in Clayton that looked just like this, and I couldn't figure out how to get the roof to work. I finally did, and you get the benefit of all my hours of anxiety and angst and frustration and banging my head against the wall. Okay, so this is how you do it. So when you want to put in a roof, again, I'll show you a couple methods right here so you get the idea. So this is Roofs 101. So if I just go to roof, I'm going to show you what you can do, and I'm going to show you maybe a better way to do it. So go to roof by footprint. Now notice what it says here, the lowest level. Notice you're at the lowest level. You've created the roof on the lowest level. Would you like to move it to the second level? Yes, you would. So usually it's right when it says those things. I've left the overhang at 1 foot. And I've got my default roof. Now watch this. It says define slope. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make a roof. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, here I go. La-di-da-di-da. I go through here. It's a 912 roof pitch. I go ahead and do that. I hit the green check mark. And does it make a roof? Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh, good. You know, my job here is finished. But you go here and it's like, it's a little goofy, isn't it? I mean, could you do it? Yeah, it would work. But you got some angles and valleys that maybe are a little unlikely. You follow me? You know, okay. Now, could you do it? Yes. Is this done? Yes. Is it probably not the most intuitive way of doing it? Also true. So there's a couple different ways we could fix this. We could go through here, and if I double click on this roof, I could go through the process of just taking some of these slopes out and seeing if that doesn't help. And it might just make it worse. But I'm going to go here and see, I'm just unchecking define slope just to see what I'm going to get. And I'll hit the green check mark. Is that better? Yeah, it is better. But again, this is kind of unlikely here. You probably wouldn't do that, okay? So how do I fix that? Well, again, there's more than one way to do this. Now, I would accept this. This is something I wouldn't say, you screwed up, you not good enough. I would accept this. You guys are all beginners, okay? But again, not necessarily the most likely scenario, because you'd be having to bring in a bunch of trusses that kind of are wasted, and you're kind of doing some custom stuff, which you really probably would never do. Instead, this is what I do in this kind of situation here. So I'm going to hit a level 1. Now, where's my level 2? Level 2 is right there, and there's my roof. So I'm going to delete the roof. We'll go there. Go back to level 1. Now I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So instead of doing it that way, and again, we could just put a flat roof on and do it that way too. So let me do it that way. Again, this is just Roofs 101. And I'll go here. Now for this one, I'm just going to make them all flat. And again, this is a way to go about doing it just to control a little bit better. You can go this way, you can go around here, and I'll go here and go to there. And I went ahead and made a flat roof. I'll go to my green check mark. Let's see what it looks like. And now that looks like that. And so, okay, that makes sense. Now, where would I want my slopes to be? And so I go here. I'll put one here. I think that makes sense. I'll put one here. And I'd have to put one on the opposite side, so I'll put one there. All right, so I've got that. Then I'd probably want one here, okay, to do this. And then I'd go ahead and put one here. So once I've done that, let's see what this looks like. So I'll go to green check mark, boom. Well, that gives me the same thing I had before. All right, so it doesn't necessarily, it's a distinction without a difference, okay? So it doesn't really do much better for me. So back to the drawing board. So go back to here to level 1, and I'm going to delete that, and I'll do one more thing here. So this is another way to do it. Now, you don't have to do it this way, but it's kind of a cool way to get to when you have this kind of a problem. Because what this does right now, this will open up your design process quite a bit. If you know how to handle an L shape, it makes things a lot easier because it's just more interesting, or you can make a Z shape, or a modified L, or just a projection out at the front to have a front porch. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to make 2 roofs. So I'm going to go here to go to roof by footprint, and I'm going to do this. And so I'm going to do here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just, and I'm going to not define a slope. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go there. Okay, now those 2 are going to be flat for starters. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to define a slope on these next ones, here and here. Now, whenever you're working in Revit, you always have to have the purple lines connect. So you might say, yeah, that's where I want it to go. Now watch what happens. I'm going to get an error now, I'm telling you. I hit the green check mark. Oh no, lines must be in closed loops. What does that mean? Well, it means that the lines must be in closed loops. which just means it's all open. See, it's open. So you go to continue, and now did you see that there? I'll hit it one more time. Do you see this? It shows you this orange right here, tells you here and here, hey, they're not connected. So you go to continue. Now watch this. I just click on this. Now watch how easy this is. You press your escape key, you click on this, and then when you click on this, see this little blue handle? I just drag it right down. So I drag it right down and touch it there. Now, oh, that's a whole lot better. Well, is it? I hit the green check mark. It still doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like it? Because over here, this is an overhang. So to clean that up, you use this tool right here. This is called Trim Extended Corner. This is the MVP. This is the MVP right here. You click on this, and you click on what you want to keep. I want to keep this. I want to keep that. It trims it off. We hit the green check mark, and now let's see what it looks like. Well, now that's what we're after. Okay, so now half of it's done. Now let's watch the other half. So I go back over here to level, over here, I'm going to go to level 1 again, and I'm going to put one on the other side. So I'm going to go to roof again. It's going to say, do you want to do this? I'll say yes. So now I'm going to do this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same kind of a thing. I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to put a slope on this side and a slope on this side. Now, I don't want slopes on the other side. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. Okay, so I got those. Now, I hit the green check mark. It's not going to like it, okay? And it shows me where the problems are. So I go, okay, let's continue. And now I don't have any, so I'll press my escape key. So I don't have any tools highlighted here. Then I can click on this and just pull this down. I grab this and pull it down just like that. Now, once I have that, I hit the green check mark. It still doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like it? Well, because of this. So if I go to show, it shows me what the problems are. Okay, it shows you right here that this is orange and that's not good. So I go to continue. And whenever you get those little messages at the bottom, you got to read them. You got to read them because sometimes they'll tell you it's a fatal error. Sometimes they'll tell you this is okay, but not the best. It could cause problems later. So you have to read them and understand that. And it takes time to understand what they're all saying. But if it's telling you something that's like this is a, a fatal error, well, then you want to undo. All right. By the way, did I talk about if you press Control 7, that's undo? Control Z rather. Control Z is your undo. Okay. So then I just use the MVP. You the real MVP. So we go here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go there and there, and we have that. And I hit the green check mark, and now let's see what it looks like. I go here and like, well, look at that. Now, do those look better? Yeah, but there's still a problem. You got like kind of a cross section that's not really working very well. So I'm going to go up here to level 2 and take a look at that. And I've got a bit going on here, so I can work on it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to double click on this roof, and I'm going to double click on this roof. All right. Well, I double clicked on that roof. Now, what do I want to do here? So one of these roofs has to be cut. So here's what I'm going to do, just to kind of make this all, let me just kind of show you again so it makes sense. So I'm going to go here, and I want to cut one of these roofs. So let's say I want to shorten this one, this roof right here. I want to shorten that one so it just touches that. Let's give that a shot. Let's see how that works. So I'll go here, and I'm going to double click right there. And what I want to do now, this is where it gets kind of tricky. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to just draw a line. So I draw a line for my roof peak. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to bring this down. I actually want it to be, 45 degrees. Let's do this. Let's just go ahead. And let me see. What's the best way to do that? Let's see here. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to put a reference plane right here. Watch this. I'm going to reference plane right here. And I'm going to put a reference plane. I want it to be I want it to be midway between these. So let me stop for a second. Let me show a little thing we can do here. So what I want to do is I actually want to get a reference plane coming right here in this place right now. So I'm going to do that. Let's see here. One of the things I got going on here. Let me see if I can't fix this. I'm not seeing all the roof that I want to see. It's got kind of a cut right here. So what you can do if you want to see more of the roof like I do right now, a couple ways you could do this. If I select both these, I can change the slope of these, and this will probably help a bit. I can make it 512 and hit apply. Now, when you make it a 512 roof pitch, you can pretty much see almost the whole thing. If I do that again, and what were you doing right? Get out of there. Come on. All right. All right. All right. Let's go back here. All right, and so I've got this, and if I'm going to make it a 412 roof pitch just to make it a little bit more interesting. 512, let's make it 412, see if it shows. Okay, make it 412, hit apply. Okay, now I can see the whole thing right now, so that's good. So now that I can see the whole thing, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use these lines. So I'm going to double click on this line, and I know exactly where I want to go. So I'm going to go line here. Let's try that again. Line. And I click here, and I'm going to bring it right to here. I want to bring it right to the, I wanted to touch this line right here, so I'm going to go there. Then I'm going to do it again, go to line again. And I'm just going to kind of carve this up a little bit here. Go to there, and go to there. And that's a little bit off, because I actually have to do one more. So let me get rid of those. And again, this may be more information than you need, but if you ever want to do it, you can. So I'm going to put a reference plane right here and bring it straight down. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. And let's, okay, I want to show that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, it's getting too complicated. I don't mean to get this far into the weeds on this whole thing. But you want to get roughly to the halfway point. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, and I go right to there. Okay, so once I've got that, I've actually got that roof peak. And then what I can do is I can trim out the pieces I don't want using this right here. So I'll go ahead, and I want to keep this, and I want to keep this right there. And I want to keep this, and I want to keep that. Okay, so what I did, I trimmed off the roof, and now it looks like a triangle, an upside-down triangle. I hit the green check mark, and it looks like I'm missing, so I got to find out where's the, somewhere. Okay, try that again. Hit the green check mark, looks like I'm off by a hair. All right, so try that one more time. Green check mark, show, where are we? Okay, so, oh, right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach these by clicking here to there. It should let me do that. And I hit the green check mark. It still doesn't like it. Okay, continue. Let's see what's going on right there. Ah! All right. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that. I think just an extra line. Okay, so we got that. Let's try that again and see if we can't make that work now. So the green check mark. Okay, we're good to go there. So that is what it would look like, okay, to kind of like match these two together if you decide to go this method, and you can do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I'll go to my 3D view, and then I got this kind of view right there. Now that is what we're after right there. See how it stops right there? So you've got that. Then you could then do some other work right there, and then we could go ahead and also cause the walls to go up to the roof. So that, well, hopefully that makes sense. But that's how you can do. That's how you can do it. So you could actually take a roof of any type and just do this kind of thing to it. So once you've done that, two roofs work just fine. In this particular case, that is how that can work. Now, that being the case, you may not even do that. You may decide after my display, after my demonstration, you say, that's way too much hassle. I'm just making a square, which is fine. Totally fine. But if you do want to do two roofs, there is a way to do it. And it's a bit more interesting. Again, not something you have to do. And I got to do this too. Got to grab that and make it go there as well. Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, so that is how we go ahead and make that work. So that is how you would do this. So again, going back to our set of plans right here, create a roof for your cottage. Using your own ideas and design, create 3 bedrooms on level 1. Include walls, doors, and furniture such as beds. Create a living area, complete with furniture. Create a kitchen with a dining area. Use cabinets, casework, and appliances. Now, some of the stuff is loaded in the project, some of it's not. So if you want some other items, just go out and find it. And then the last thing is using the generic 12-inch floor, you create a sidewalk with a height offset with a level of level of negative 11 inches. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Step number 9, using the earth floor type. So watch this. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to I'm going to put in a floor. And when I do this, I'm going to change this to earth. So I'm going to earth, and I'm going to give this a height offset from level. It says here -1 foot. So I'm going to make a -1 foot. I'm going to do this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a big yard. Go here. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. So I'm going to go here, make a yard, and hit the green check mark. And now we have, do we have a yard? We have a yard. Okay. So now we have a yard. And then last step, I'm going to go to level 1. And step 10, using the generic 12-inch floor, create a sidewalk with a height offset from level of -11 inches. So watch this. I'll go to floor one more time, and I'm going to change this to generic 12 inches and make it -11 inches, so it's a little bit above, or a little proud, as we say, just proud. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to make a rectangle. Let's go ahead and pick a point here, and go to here like this, and do that. Hit the green check mark, and then when we do that, it's going to say they overlap, but yes, I intend that they overlap. And then you've got, let's see here, how are we doing there? Yeah, it's over here. So that's it. And that is how you go ahead and put those two together. So anyway, that's what we're after. After that, you can add trees and bushes. And we have today, we're going to have next week as well. All right. So let's go ahead and work on this. And sorry I took so long. I will let you work now. Please ask any questions as they come up. And I'll let you guys work on that. So stop showing my teacher screen. And go ahead and work on that. And we'll go ahead. We're going to start wrapping up at around 6:30ish, just because the next class is coming in. So we'll start. I'll give you a heads up at that time. But you got at least another half hour to 40 minutes to work on this. So keep on working. If you have any questions, please direct them to me.
I'm sorry about it.
No, it's
I
good.
put my roof on. I'm just trying to put the slopes. I did a regular box, not understanding why we get an error saying the points aren't connected. I did a regular square. I'm not.
Okay. Okay, I'm looking right there. Let's see what's going on. Just take it over right now. Let's go here. Yeah, it looks like they are connected. So now you're good.
So I can do the slope.
Yeah, and then what you do, let's do this. Let's do this, and hmm, hmm. Okay, let's just do this. Let's put this up here and this side. See if it likes that. Yeah, I liked it.
Why is it too?
I don't know.
I did exactly that.
Well, it's the mechanic syndrome. It's like when you take your car to the mechanic, as you say, it's making a noise, and then he takes a look at it and says, "It's not making that noise." It's the same thing. It happens to me every day. Every day I'm teaching.
The
Every
only
day.
difference I don't think is that I click define. No, I click the sides first, then define slope.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, but you get the idea though. Then you can attach the walls. So looks good, you guys. Like what you guys are doing here. Yeah, when I was talking to my wife about this class, she said you really need to let them do some design. So you thank my wife for that if you ever meet her. And, she's she does the same thing with my high school students. You know, she's kind of like, oh Tom, you know, they're just kids, you know, and yeah, but they bug me. And they can be very irritating. But anyway, I was one. I was a student, and I was extremely irritating, I'm sure, to my teachers. So who am I to talk? So anyway, yeah. So if you like doing this project, I'll pass it on to her.
For some reason, my floor is being weird.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay, let me see. Talk about weird. Okay, 1 second here. Let me go here. Let me just save this real quickly. I'll be right with you. All right.
Because I'm picking my outside points, but it seems like my floor is exceeding it. Like it's going past my house, and then I have a gap between my wall and my floor at the bottom.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Here
All right. Let's see what's going on.
it goes.
All right.
Freaking weird. I've tried it 4 different times now, and it's still giving
Okay.
me the same result.
All right. All right. Take a look right now. Okay. Yeah. Click on the floor. I'll show you something here. Now look at the height. It says -6 inches. See that?
Yes.
Okay. Make it 0. Yeah. Somehow they got stuck in there, and hit apply. That might be all you need. Better?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the default floor elevation is 1/2 a foot, and that's something I left in there. So it's
Gotcha.
yeah, it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. You know, so that's all right. There we go. Looks good, you guys. I like the creation going on here. Looks good. And maybe someday you'll build this. I never thought I'd build a house when I was 30 years old, but I did. Okay, it's about 35 after 25 2. So we got about 15 minutes and they got to kind of wrap up because they're going to start to be in here. So start to get your work saved, start moving that direction, and we will pick this back up. This is not due tonight. The custom garage is due by the beginning of next class. So you want to spend time on that as well. Other than that, you can just kind of get yourself to a place, stopping point here, and we'll pick this up next week. Hey, no good on you guys. Yep. Okay, have a good night.
Thank you too.
Yeah, thanks. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and Mrs. Brennan, I thought that we had to put like separate cabinets and stuff in the kitchen. They have a complete kitchen.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
So
do.
I'm thinking I gotta put the stove
Yeah.
in, the fridge.
You can do it either way, and the thing is, but if you go out there, yeah, there's some stuff out there. Also, if you go, what I did, I put in a mini kitchenette,
Okay.
which is really flexible. If you go out to the insert and then you go to the AutoCAD load from the cloud. If you go
Yeah.
out here, what I've got, I'll hide this one right here. This right here. See that right there?
Oh yeah.
Very flexible, and that's all you need.
Right.
And so it's kind of like a cottage type thing. So it's like boom, fits right in there. You're good to go,
Gotcha.
and makes it really easy. Because to be honest, the cabinets and the countertops and stuff are kind of a pain to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. All right.
Because the only other thing is once it's a complete kitchen,
Yeah.
I can't move
Right.
individual.
You can, but that's getting into what's called actual family editing, which I actually do from time to time.
Okay.
But I don't want to get over this one right now. But it's not that difficult, but it's the kind of thing that it's kind of another course entirely.
Yeah.
So much so that when I do teach that, it is another course, and it takes 2 days to teach it.
So I'm gonna move the wall a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, and and you can start to wrap it up too.
Okay.
So we got. Yeah, we'll get to this tomorrow. But yeah, the big completed kitchens are kind of fun to work with, but they limit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least I got the floor in. So.
Smell the rain. Can you guys ever do that? Can you actually smell the rain for even inside? Yeah, I could smell it. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Brandon, I'll see you next week.
All right. See ya. Yeah, next Tuesday. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Class Thursday.
No class Thursday. Yep. That's gonna be the last time that I have to take a day off myself. So we will be at it every day the rest of the time. So see you next time. Yeah.